Hey everybody, Smart Silver Stacker here. And as you can see, we've had quite a pullback in the price of precious metals today. Silver down over 4%. We're back under the $27 level. And gold nearing $1,700. We're down over 2% today. So a very steep drop, a big pullback. And I think that this is probably related to the spike in interest rates that we saw yesterday. Investors' concern about rising interest rates. Regardless of the cause for the drop in the price of metals, I thought that this might be a good opportunity to do some stacking. So I went over to SD Bullion and I was taking a look at some of the products they have. Really, the premium on everything is still just so high. American Silver Eagles, you get random year coins. The best price you can get is $36.63, so a $10 premium over the spot price. And if you just want to buy a roll, you're going to pay over $37. To get that best pricing, you got to buy over 1,500 of these coins. And if you want to get the 2021 coins, you're going to be paying, if you just buy a roll of them, if you buy 20 coins, you're going to be paying $38.84 right now. So a $12 premium to the price of silver. Now, I know that Eagles do have a higher premium than a lot of other products. And so I didn't want to pay that kind of a premium for Silver Eagles. So I took a look at the 10-ounce bars. If you've seen my other videos, you know that I'm a big fan of silver bullion bars. But even these, even if you just get the random secondary market 10-ounce silver bars from SD Bullion, if you buy one bar, you're going to be paying $32 an ounce, over $32 an ounce. So still a very high premium. This one is marked as a top seller. This is the 10-ounce Mount Trumpmore. So I guess Trump supporters maybe are paying high premiums for silver just to have his face on it. I don't think I would do that personally. I like to get more ounces for my money. But this is listed as a top seller, so very popular product, and people are paying $39 an ounce for these things. I thought I would go ahead and take a look at some other dealers and see what their pricing was like. If you go over to JM Bullion, you can see their Eagles are selling for $35. That's the best price you can get, and that's a pre-sale. Those won't be in stock until March 8th, so if you buy for that price, you're going to be waiting a long time before you get your bullion. You're going to be waiting weeks at least. And if you want to get the 2021 Silver Eagle, the best price you can get is $38 an ounce, so still like a $12 premium. Super high premiums across the board. One thing I noticed was I was taking a look at some of their gold products as well, and if you look at the gram bars, for example, over at SD Bullion, just about everything is out of stock. They do have these 1 ounce secondary gold bars, and that's a pretty good price, $1,800. So there is still some low premium gold available. You'll just notice that a lot of stuff is out of stock, and if you want to get fractional gold, you can get these random secondary market 1 gram gold bars for $70 a gram, and that comes out to over $2,000 an ounce, so a huge premium if you want to get fractional gold. And there's really not very much to choose from. You see, most of these products are just out of stock. So it looks like the squeeze for silver may still be on. I know that you can get your hands on physical metal, but the premiums are still very high, and a lot of products are out of stock. This shows that supplies are so tight that any significant uptick in demand for physical metal, I think, could send the prices through the roof. Now, paper silver is another matter. Hard to say what the spot price is going to do, although I do think that this pullback that we're having is probably a buying opportunity also for paper silver. For those of you who want to pick up shares in something like PSLV, an ETF that actually has some physical metal backing itself up, this might be a good time to pick some of those up. Of course, none of this is investing advice. I'm just kind of talking about the market. I'm not even buying right now. I was thinking about buying some physical, but those premiums are just so crazy. I'm going to hold off for a little bit and just kind of see what happens. But if the precious metals are indeed falling as a result of investors' concerns about rising interest rates, I think their concerns are probably misplaced, because the Fed's response to rising interest rates is just going to be more money creation. At the end of the day, that's what they're going to do. They're going to have to buy bonds to drive the interest rates back down. They'll have to intervene in the markets. And for anybody who thinks that's not going to be the Fed's response, take a look at the national debt clock if you ever need a reminder of why we need interest rates to remain low and why the Fed will sacrifice the dollar in order to do that. Because when you have $27 trillion in debt, and look at that, we're almost at $28 trillion. We're about, $50 billion away from being $28 trillion in debt. You can't service that kind of debt when interest rates move up. So it's absolutely imperative that interest rates remain low. The Fed is going to make that a priority. Jerome Powell basically told us as much the other day. He said that inflation would be less of a concern than rising rates because of the unemployment situation. And I think that this massive national debt is the real reason for that. And it's not just national debt. If you take a look at the debt clock here, you can see that we're just kind of in debt across the board. We've got a massive student loan debt. And of course, maybe that'll get forgiven. But if that does get forgiven, don't forget, that doesn't just go away. Basically, that just gets tacked on to the national debt. So there's no way to avoid the consequences of this debt at the end of the day. And really, we're in a situation where the debt is unpayable. There's too much spending. There's too much malinvestment. There's too much crazy money creation and debt going around, sloshing around in the system. The only way to resolve this debt situation is either going to be to default on it. So, you could see the government default on the debt, but I don't think that will happen. That is going to be too politically unpalatable. People are not going to go for austerity measures and tax hikes that would actually be necessary to get this debt under control. So we're going to see the old traditional means of eliminating debt. It's just going to all be monetized, and our currency will be sacrificed. The dollar is going to be completely debased because the only way to pay back this level of debt is with devalued currency. So expect that to be what happens going forward. I expect that when that happens, the price of metals, of course, will go sky high, and that's the future we're looking at. So pullbacks like this should be viewed as buying opportunities, although it doesn't really look like there's that much of a pullback in the actual price of physical metal. It's really just on paper. So take advantage of it if you can. If you can find some low premium silver, pick it up. If anybody out there knows where you can buy physical bullion under $30 an ounce, when we've got the spot price at 26, let me know. Post a link in the comments below. And also, if you can think of some other alternative way of resolving the debt other than debasing the currency and destroying the dollar, or defaulting on it and having massive austerity, if you can see some other way out of this debt situation, please enlighten me in the comments below. I would love to know. But that wraps it up for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. It looks like the silver squeeze might still be on. Supply is super tight, so keep an eye on that and expect premiums possibly to go even higher in the future. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I'll catch you next time. Smart Silver Stacker out.